Now, a very important topic coming up. Get your finances back on track after being widowed or divorced. Here with helpful advice is the author of Now That He's Gone, a financial therapist's guide to life after loss. Welcome, Beverly Toboccman. Good to see you.
Hi, Beverly.
Welcome to the show.
Nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
It seems that so many women, after a divorce or after the loss of a husband, get this feeling of being financially paralyzed. And you've been through that, so what is that like?
It can be absolutely terrifying, Spencer. It is a time where not only are you dealing with the loss of a loved one in one fashion or another, but you're dealing with the financial fear that you have, and there's so much emotion around money on top of that, just the actual fear of what are you going to do? Am I going to be okay? Every woman that I know who's been through a divorce, an illness of a spouse, or death, becoming a widow, feels afraid. Am I going to be okay? Am I okay today? And will I be okay tomorrow?
So it's fear, uncertainty, anxiety. So what is the first step?
Well, the very first step is to figure out today, which means what do I have, where is it, and why do I have it? And that often the answers come right in your mailbox. And the second most important thing is to surround yourself with a great advisory team.
Like a financial advisor?
A financial advisor, a trusted attorney, a friend who has some financial savvy, a good CPA. That's very important.
So let's say your husband's doing all the finances and all the bills right now. Get nosy and start looking through all that and get involved in that?
The best bet, Janelle, for anybody is make it important that you know what's going on. Even if you don't make the financial decisions, if you participate, at least you have some knowledge, and knowledge is always power.
Okay.
You mentioned something in your book called the bag lady syndrome that you should avoid. What is that?
There's a feeling that especially is a throwback to my era when I was a little girl, maybe not so much in younger women today, is that somehow you need a man to take care of you. And that unless he's there, that you are somehow going to end up as a bag lady on the street. And the most important thing is to find out that that's not going to be the case, that you will be okay, that you can do it yourself, and you just need to have the numbers and the information, and you're not going to end up being a bag lady.
So do you think that's the biggest mistake women make when it comes to finances, that they just don't have anything to do with it?
I think that's one of them, and the other part is to surround yourself with advisors that you can trust. Get to know them. Make sure that they're advisors you would use if you ended up alone.
Now, you've mentioned the professional advisors that you should seek, like an attorney, an accountant. What about a personal support group? How important is that?
So important, and I'm glad you have a group that is called Just Us Girls, and it's really a big support group for women who find themselves alone, because what I saw when I saw these women come through my door who had all of a sudden become alone was that they lost their community. Often in midlife, women who find themselves alone, their friends are still partnered, and they need to make new friends. And the biggest quality difference in life as you age is the group of friends that you have around you. So you can't have too many, and you need new ones to keep you going.
It seems so often, though, that women who are divorced or who lose a husband, who have a husband pass away, they lose their circle of current friends. Why does that happen?
It happens because initially your friends often will invite you out and take you with them, but after a while it's kind of uncomfortable to be that only one person in the back seat when you've always had the couple thing. And sometimes the women who are still partnered are a little uncomfortable having a third woman present. And then you also have some different needs when you're alone. You want to have a friend to call in the evening, maybe see a movie with, maybe take a trip with. And so you need to find other women who are similar. Other girlfriends.
So that's why you're saying you might shift with a new group of friends or find new friends.
And your door opens from the inside. You got to pull that door open and put your foot through it, let people in, and get out there yourself. It's not going to just show up.
It can take courage, though, right? I mean, let's say a woman is 55, 60 years old. She's always been used to this circle of couples. All of a sudden, she's a single. It's not the easiest thing in the world, is it, to just get back out there?
It isn't. And in my book, Now That He's Gone, I do a lot of talking about how you can step out that door, how to open your door from the inside. And then today, with technology, there's so much on the internet, so many good websites, justusgirls.com. You can search Google to find places to meet other women, and that's really, really important.
Yeah.
How did you do it? What was your first step? Like, what was like the aha moment where you're like, I need to get back on my feet and get out that door?
Absolutely. When it happened to me, I realized that I had spent so much time working on my professional career. I really hadn't done so much work on my personal life. So I started by inviting a couple of women that I had met who were single. I had them over for a glass of wine sitting on the deck. And it was such a good feeling that the next time we got together, I asked them if they wanted to bring a friend. And the group has grown from 5 women to, we have over 100. We have a new group in the Bay Area starting. We have a Just Us Girls Club that's running in New York City. And it's something that's really catching on.
And you said one starting here in the Bay Area?
Yes, it is.
How fun.
We'll have to post information about that on our website. So if you go there to find out more about Beverly's book, you can find out more about how to find such a support group. This is terrific advice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So important.